Yo, what's up, and welcome back to Travis Amounts Playing Outdoors. Today we are discussing a few different rigs. These rigs are just kind of my favorite, my preference as far as rigs go. So let's jump into it. So the first rig we will be discussing today is a very simple, well-known drop shot rig. So the drop shot rig, for those of you who don't know, here's just a quick review. You get just normal jig head. For me, it's really hard to find ones with long shanks. If you can, I buy them. So basically, what you're going to do is just go, take that like that, keep feeding it up through there, and then when you have it at this angle right here, pop that hook out, slide it the rest of the way up on there. This one's kind of big. It's meant for bigger baits, and this is kind of a small worm, so it doesn't really want to go up on there as much as it normally would or should. But you can adjust this however you want. If you want, you can have more worm covering the hook. I like lots of hook exposure, probably about this much. And the worm going straight up and down, I find it just makes it a little bit more attractive. More hook exposure, I think, is best. Also, if you're doing the drop shot rig, you can take just like a normal hook, long shaft. I think I might have said shank last time, but I meant long shaft. Basically, gonna do the exact same thing. Here we go. As you did last time. Get it to where this perfectly even with that. Poke it through. You might need to do more or less, depending on the hook or and then if you want to, it's completely up to you. They make these little bullet weights, which basically they just look like little bullets. So you slide them on your line this way, pointy part up, bunch your line before you tie it on, tie the knot on. Then when you're reeling it in, this slides back down, gives it weight, kind of looks like a little head. They have just the pure lead colors, the pure lead, or they have black ones. I have black, gold. I'm kind of running low on gold because, well, I like gold because it works good with most worms. So that's a pretty simple rig that you can use with most. Pretty simple rig, really easy to learn. That's pretty effective along a long range of fishing environments. The second rig we're going to go over is the Texas rig. So basically what you want to do for the Texas rig is take this, poke that in there just a little bit, poke it out, slide it all the way down onto there, pivot the hook towards the body. I might have done a little too much. And then, so some people will do it all the way to where it's poking out a little bit on this side. So when the fish bites, it'll yank out and hook him in the mouth on this side. Which I feel like is most effective. I feel like if you did it on the inside, you know, if you kind of like this, then the fish, when it goes to bite, it's gonna just pull that off, and then you chew it on this and leave this still dangling. Another way I see people do it is to the side. When you're reeling that in, I find this not to be as effective as going all the way through, having just that little end, just tuck that barely right in there. But I mean, to each his own. So the first I showed you is probably the most effective, but then those other two ways You know, those are just other ways that I have seen people do it. But I'm not necessarily a big fan. If you are going to do Texas rig though, I guess if you're desperate, you can do it on normal hook, but I would recommend getting these Texas hooks. You'll notice they're a little bit different than the other hooks. They have this little, I don't even know what you call it, but the up, sideways, and up a little bit more. Basically what this does is it makes it easier to pivot, and when the fish grabs, pulls the hook out, makes it stick out a little bit more. Also, it puts where the line is about halfway down, so gets just a little bit better for like hooking reasons and stuff. The next way I'm going to show you is called the wacky rig. Yeah, basically take any normal hook like this, and you just take it, go like this. Sometimes, I guess that wasn't necessarily even, but I wasn't trying my best or my hardest, so whatever. Do it kind of like this. People, they make little rubber bands that basically you can just tie the worm on to the hook. But I mean, I've never found those, and never really used them. When I have used the wacky rig, for the most part, I don't really use this rig. But one of my fellow YouTubers, Desert Catfish, he uses the wacky rig a lot for bass. Another way I'm going to show you here is take a hook like this. So look at your worm. It's got a kind of more pointy side with more of a fat side. The fat side is the side you normally want to use for the hook. So this one is pretty straightforward. Buckle this, go through and out. Guess that wasn't very even. Be more in the middle. But anyway, this is, I don't necessarily know what this one is called. Saw a friend of mine, I guess not friend, just a person out of like using it, tried it, it's pretty effective. I like to do it like 2 times through, because I feel like it takes away a little less of the trail, and then it helps with, I don't really know what you call it, but helps it stay on there a little bit better. That's what I'm going for. But most people just do it like this. And I mean, it's not that different from the drop shot. I don't know what the difference is. Just seems to work. So there's 4 rigs you can use next time you go fishing. Thank you for watching this episode of the Mountain Spring Outdoors. Like, subscribe. Thank you for saying subscribe through this long period where I've not had any videos. In my last video I tried to put out some more videos, but I am now officially moved, so you will be seeing some more videos along those lines. So anyway,